The anime begins with this bird making a 0, which not coincidentally, is the same number of girls you've slept with. Then there's this wall, which is so well drawn, that it almost looks like a photo. That's how the characters felt here, I think. So we see a fat man's arm, a culprit is always a fat man. Then we see the fat man's eye, then the fat man's legs, we even see the fat man's ear, he's so fat he can't even walk. Crybaby. It must be pretty scary, you're at home, chilling with your son, and out of nowhere, two hairy weirdos appear. To be fair, Eren looks just like an alt-teen, but not that alternative. But Zeke emanates sexual predator energy, and he doesn't even have those glasses. Also, Zeke's totally salty about being abandoned, hilarious. Oh my god, a Titan chasing a Marley plane. He says he's mad at Grisha, but I'm sure he wants to take a free kick with that baby. They see Grisha rubbing his hands, while talking to a sick person, and Zeke just assumes he's being corrupt. My dude, look at that old man's face, how can someone so happy be being corrupted? Eren says he wants to lick this window, to draw a saliva-happy face with his tongue.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
So he walks away, and Eren has noticed already, Zeke is green with envy. They arrive at this church, and it's pretty obvious, Grisha wants to rob the place. Stealing a church sounds so damn wrong, unless it's an Anglican one. I mean, just imagine changing religions, cause some bossy asshole wants to get divorced. They all get scratches on their faces, in Attack on Titan that means shit's about to happen. Is there a door connecting the church and Eren's home? Dear Lord, I hope no priest finds out, there's a child living next door. Then they look with disgust, a worried father hugging his own son.
That right there is emotional damage.
They keep talking, even though Grisha's trying to sleep. Guys, don't be an unpolite fuck. Grisha sleep talks, and gets up to interact with someone who isn't actually there. In our world, psychiatrists diagnose this as schizophrenia. The opening begins, if you watched my latest Attack on Titan video, you've heard all the jokes here. Although, Eren hanging with pigeons, still is the best joke possible. And if you're enjoying the video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Otherwise, a pigeon will never steal your scarf. What do I mean by that? You will see. The anime returns, and Child Eren is talking to Child Zeke. Or something like that. Maybe this is Historia, I don't know. I've been calling this guy Zeke all this time, but I'm not so sure anymore, maybe it's Annie. I had totally forgotten about this scene. Imagine you raising a child, and turns out, he and his friend, slaughtered a group of people. I know they were thugs, but you know, 9-year-old children. Annie moves on, while Eren is ashamed of this scarf, extremely poorly put on. Grisha's writing a note, it's curious, how I don't even know this alphabet, but I can see his handwriting, is way prettier than mine. He takes such good care of this family photo, much more than he did of the family itself. Eren and Mikasa arrive home, and I didn't know his family likes animals so much. 3 rabbits and 1 duck resting, they're so comfortable, they don't even move. Eren puts the twigs he picked up, in the twig storage chest. This is the twig storage chest. Then Eren's mom pulls his ear, and says doing genocide is wrong. Adult Eren looks at her thinking, that's just your opinion though. If you disagree, just ask yourself, which one of them is alive, and about to make a world tour? Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever seen Eren's mom without a kitchen apron. Then Mikasa snitches that Eren wants to join the Survey Corps. His parents ask why he wants this, since most of the Survey Corps end up being devoured by Titans. Interestingly, only he didn't die being devoured by a Titan. Grisha goes to this place to talk to the royalty. By the clothes, I guess they're vegan. He asks many things from the royal family. Why do commoners only show up to ask for things? Wow, this girl looks like a female version of Eren. I say female version for the boobs, cuz even the hair is the same. How can he see, with those lines in his eyes? Cute Eren begins to explain why it's absolutely alright, leaving people being eaten alive, without them even knowing why. Eren's eyebrow gets erect, and whenever that happens, the closest person to him gets a promotion at work. That rule only applies to the military. Grisha explains to the royal family the power of the Attack Titan. And like everybody else, they don't understand it at first. Dude, she's genuinely cute. Grisha explains again, they understand it, but they're wondering, who had the idea of giving such a useful power, capable of destroying the world, to the Attack Titan? He pulls out a scalpel, and the royals panic, they're all afraid to go see the doctor. However, Grisha chickens out. How could he devour people, who are afraid of a simple scalpel? The other royal family members shout words of support for Grisha, saying he shouldn't give up on his goals, whatever are they. But the only man who can cheer him up, is his favorite son, Eren Yeager. Who wouldn't crush flat a few kids, for that pair of pretty green eyes? Grisha feels an itch in his hand, and the rest is history. Well, our man is on fire, he's even smoky. It's driving him crazy. I mean, if a cop shows up, it'll be hard to convince him that this is tobacco smoke. He sees Zeke, and they have a beautiful father-son moment. Maybe beautiful isn't the word, but you get the point. Back at Ymir Beach, Eren strikes a T-pose, right in front of Zeke. The next episode begins with Eren 2 becoming a Titan. Eren's dad's also there, he turns into a Titan with chest hair. Now I get who Zeke takes after. She starts out wanting to pull his chest hair, but ends up having a crumpled face. Oh man, I haven't seen a Titan fight simulating sex in years, since Eren vs Annie. A little bite on the neck makes everything sexier. Holy bro, you're not supposed to go that far. Can someone get Grisha a napkin? This woman looks tired, lie down. The kids say they're feeling lonely, and Grisha headpats them. So he squeezes this guy like an orange, more like red currant. Here we are again. Imagine him coming home like this, and explaining to his wife, that he wasn't partying. They're crying to have a father and son reunion. Man the f*** up guys. Imagine you're going to a desert, and only being able to take 3 things, what would you choose? Zeke chose to take his brother and 2 chains. I mean, he could have chosen a longer chain, and something else, but that's not how his mind works. A memory of Eren kissing Historia's hand, and realizing she uses it to scratch her ass.
I see this as an absolute win.
Zeke yells at Ymir, to make all the Eldians sterile, only then will they be truly happy. 'Cause they'll come inside, as much as they want, without worrying about getting pregnant. Eren's willing to do anything to stop Zeke. Eren is trying to break free, but he's chained, so there's no chance of him escaping. Really, Zeke? You seriously didn't measure Eren's pulse before ordering the chains? How much of a loser can you be? Anyway, Eren is bolting straight to her. When he's about to catch up, something unthinkable happened. The sky becomes a video, where a Labrador drinks coconut water. This is the episode, Moronic Face, with a hashtag on its forehead. Let's see a little bit of Historia's past? What you mean no?
ヒストリアはもうちょっと女の子らしくしないと。女の子らしくって何？この子みたいな女の子のことかな。
So acting like a girl, is trading your soul for an apple, with the devil? I wonder where he got that inspiration from. Now let's watch Ymir's past. She has the personality of a plastic bottle, as she's an anime girl, the technical term is coutier. Ymir lives in this village, that lavishes plenty. Anyone can see, that's the richest place in the region. I'm just asking to be sure, nothing to do with xenophobia, but are those tourists or immigrants? The place is on fire, so definitely tourists. Zeke could learn a little, about how to use chains from these people. What an exaggerated medical procedure, especially knowing, he only had a splinter on his fingernail. Dude, is this really what I think it is? Those guys are doing the Demon Slayer training. When this anime ends, this girl will probably star in some horror movie. Why are all these people gathered here? Will there be a contest? Everyone points to Ymir. I guess she won the biggest prize. You see? Definitely a winner's position. Pupils were invented in 1309, people in 1308. So this is the long-awaited freedom no matter what, instead of the parody story. Actually it's the story of the USA. She's about to fall off the cliff, but this archer shoots an arrow into her calf, making her fall, right at the edge. His mistake was taking too long to shoot. She sees this tree, and decides to hide inside it. But she ends up falling into the river, and now Eren needs to kill 80% of the world's population, so the Eldians can say, I told you. This water and dragon-type Pokemon finds her, and she becomes the first Titan ever. Some wars happen, the king talks a lot of Ymir makes them win some conflicts. Whoops, she's pregnant. I don't want to be vulgar, but that means they had sex hehehe. Seriously now, I hope it's a boy, if not the king will want a divorce. Some time passes, 3 daughters are born, and in another ceremony, a random guy picks up his spear, and throws it at the king. Ymir throws herself, in front of the king to save him, she is fatally shot, and dies right there. That's great news, now they don't need to divorce anymore, he's technically a widower. To celebrate, the princesses will have a special dinner. If you find it weird, that the food isn't cooked, just remember, it's a work written in Japan, and sushi is a very traditional food. Wait, was all that, in that book Historia read as a child? This reminds me of another children's story. So Ymir spends the rest of eternity, carrying buckets of water. 2 questions, first, where's she getting this water from? Second, what exactly is she climbing on, to make the Titans' heads? Anyway, Eren approaches the girl's ear, and convinces her to do what he wants. My boy is a true Chad. Zeke bolts towards them, screaming some bullshit. He's probably saying, he lost to Levi in record time, twice. Then that Pokemon appears, and reconnects Eren's head to the body. And well, it begins. Some call it Apocalypse, others Armageddon, Ragnarok, Doomsday, Cory in the house and Boku no Pico jokes, that last one's my personal favorite. Jesus Christ, look how many ribs the founding Titan has, he looks like that card from Yu-Gi-Oh! Armin realizes what's going on, and says he always loved Mikasa, but he doesn't want to die with that regret. Then Mikasa pretends she can't listen to what he's saying, and says she values him so much as a friend, and hopes that nothing shakes their friendship. Well, I can perceive an awkward situation when I see one, I'm an expert at it. You better focus on Annie, tall shorty. Suddenly, everyone goes to the desert, it kinda ruins the whole point of the desert word. In short, Eren says, he'll save every single Eldian in the world, but it's like in that book. All Eldians are equal, but some are more equal than others. If you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe. I'd like to ask you to watch at least 2 videos of the channel in a row because it helps me a lot. Also make a friend watch this video too. Use violence if necessary. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Bye.